It is Sunday, October 2nd, 2022. Month of October has just rolled in. Welcome to October. I don't think I've ever done a live stream on a Sunday. So I think this is the first Sunday live stream that I've ever done. Ain't nothing wrong with doing something new, right? It has been a crazy week, especially with Hurricane Ian passing through, especially Florida and South Carolina. I didn't get any updates on the storm as far as today is concerned, where it's at today. But I know that it's been a crazy week, especially for those in Florida and in South Carolina with Hurricane Ian passing through. And even though the storm didn't come and do a direct hit here in the Bahamas, we were getting a lot of thunderstorms and rain from the outer bands of that storm. So we had a few rainy days with thunderstorms in the day and the night. And, it caused a little bit of flooding, not much flooding, especially in areas that I traversed through. There wasn't much flooding in those areas. But, we did get some thunderstorms. We did get some rain from that storm. And, we definitely got to send the prayers for those in Florida that were affected by Hurricane Ian. So prayers up for you guys, and prayers up for people in South Carolina, because I saw that I think it was Myrtle Beach. Like Myrtle Beach was like crazy flooded. And so, prayers up for everyone in South Carolina that was affected also by Hurricane Ian. And I'm hoping that all my friends down there in Florida, that, all of your properties are safe. You didn't have too much damage going on with your properties and your homes, and hoping that they got your electricity back restored, because I saw that there were places that lost electricity due to the damages of the storm. So hopefully you guys get your electricity back up, and if you had a little storm damage that happened on your property, with trees and stuff like that, hopefully you're getting that stuff cleaned up too. But I was glad to hear from, my friends that live in Florida, that, everything's okay with them, that they didn't sustain too much damage to their properties. Wasn't too much flooding in their areas, because most of them are in Orlando, Florida. And my friends in Miami, they hit me back to let me know that they're good too. I don't think they sustained a lot of damage. Probably some trees fell, probably some leaves all over the place. But, that's stuff that can be cleaned up. As once a storm hits your property, if it does damage to your roof, or it floods your yard and then the water gets into your home, that's a whole other story. And being from the islands, I can attest to things like that, because, we were known for having storms hit our shores and hit our islands. So I definitely can relate to, what people that have hurricane damage going through. So, prayers are for you guys. Continue to be safe. Everyone in South Carolina, prayers definitely up for you guys. And I'm hoping that, you can get your damages repaired sooner rather than later. So y'all continue to be safe. Like I said, I didn't get an update on the storm today. I really didn't want to get into that kind of thing today. Really didn't want to take that on. But prayers are for you guys. I was surprised to see that, but it doesn't look like Disney suffered much damage, because they opened the parks from Friday, I think it was. They opened the parks from Friday, but it looks like Universal Studios had some damage to some of the attractions, and I'm gonna get I'm going to get some updates on that a little later. Due to the fact that I decided to go live today, I really didn't have a chance to catch up with much of that news, but I did see someone was covering it, so I'm going to go back and get some information on that. And if anybody from Florida is watching the live stream right now, jump into the chat and let us know, how you're doing, how you fared during the storm, if you have any damage to your home or anything, your property or anything like that. Just jump in the chat and let us know, what's going on. I do have some updates for you guys. What's going on here in the Bahamas, because we finally got some things done that I guess should have been done a long time ago regarding the health and safety measures from the pandemic. We finally had some things happen. Some things were changed. A few things actually. A few things were changed when it came to things that were in place during the pandemic. And one of those things was the health visa. I know that was a big thing. That was a big thing during the pandemic when they started opening airlines back. Is everybody had to fill out a health visa to come to the Bahamas, and that has been dropped. And so, and that went through some phases also. Everybody, including if you were a resident of the Bahamas, visitor, no matter who you were, everybody had to fill out a health visa to travel here to the Bahamas. And then it went from everybody having to do it to just visitors. They dropped it for residents, and only visitors were required to fill out a health visa before coming here to the Bahamas. And believe it or not, we had to take COVID tests just to travel within the Bahamas from island to island. And then they dropped that, which was a big relief. And so with them dropping the health visa thing, I think it may be a sign that things are improving more when it comes to this whole COVID situation. Yes, Butch, I saw that too, and that was I hats off to Canada, because I know that Canada, I think, was one of the first countries to set that mandate that you had to be vaccinated to visit the country, and they had a lot of restrictions on their borders also. So yes, but that's awesome. That's awesome news. I saw that the other day, and yes, they did lift that yesterday, which was the 1st of October. And I was just explaining to everybody that I don't think anybody has to fill out a health visa to come here. And I don't think that for visitors, I don't think that anybody has to be vaccinated. You don't have to be fully vaccinated to travel here anymore. Um, and they lifted that thing with the whole health visa thing. And so that was a relief. Also, yesterday on October 1st, the wearing of masks is now not mandatory here in the Bahamas. And I know in the United States, and I don't know where else, but I know in the United States that you didn't have to, you weren't mandated to wear masks everywhere anymore for a while. But yesterday, October 1st, here in the Bahamas, we finally got the mask mandate lifted. And so that's a big relief now, because everywhere you went, you had to wear a mask everywhere. You go into the food store, you go into the pharmacy, gas station, anywhere you went. Once you're coming out of your car and you're going inside a building, you have to wear a mask. And so yesterday, October 1st, the mask mandates here in the Bahamas were lifted. We no longer have to wear masks, only if we're going in like a health facility, like doctor's office, hospital. Um, if you're going anywhere around the elderly, like those old folks' homes or anything like that, you still have to wear your mask, and the kids still have to wear their mask when they go to school. I don't understand that part of it, but that's just what it is for now. But having mask mandate lifted for most of the public areas that people go into, that's awesome. And we were waiting on this for a while here in the Bahamas because, like I said, I know in other places, um, the mask mandates weren't still a thing anymore. They weren't a thing anymore, and we just got tired of having to wear it everywhere. We live in a tropical, subtropical climate, so it's hot, and to have to wear those masks all the time, everywhere you go, it just was becoming a nuisance. So we finally got that mask mandate lifted, and so whenever you guys come to visit the Bahamas, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And I know that at the Bahama Resort for a while now, they weren't upholding any mask mandate for their visitors and guests, and that was from I found that out during the summer sometime, like back in June. I know that the Atlantis they still um, they still were upholding the mandates with the masks and having to show like proof of vaccination and all of that. But that kind of stuff now is starting to like dwindle down here. So it's a good sign that things are moving forward. And so definitely happy for that. Let's put something here. So if you're just joining the chat, make sure you hit that like button and don't be afraid to jump. Sorry, if you're on the live stream, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Jump in the chat. Let us know where you're from. And if you're from Florida, give us a little update on, how things are looking in your area now that Hurricane Ian has passed. Early in the live stream, I kind of touched on, what we were witnessing, watching the news and stuff. We're seeing what Hurricane Ian had done to Florida and South Carolina and places like that. So if you're from Florida or even from any part of the Carolinas and you're in the live stream, jump in the chat and let us know how things are looking for you right now. I also see that yesterday, October 1st, Epcot celebrated the 40th anniversary. I don't know how long that anniversary is going to go on, but yesterday Epcot celebrated its 40th anniversary, and so it's crazy because the same week that they are celebrating that anniversary is the same week a storm came to Florida and really impacted the city of Orlando, and it passed over just in time for like for like the parks to reopen and for that celebration to even take place. Because I saw that there were people from outside of Florida that they came down just to be a part of that celebration. And to me, that is crazy. It's crazy how that storm came and went like right in time for like the parks to open up and for Epcot to be able to have that for that 40th anniversary celebration. That was crazy. It was so coincidental. It was so coincidental that it's crazy. And for me, I wish that I could have been there to be a part of that celebration. But unfortunately, I was not able to be there. But it was good seeing videos from other vloggers that were there. Um, Looks like the park was crowded. That's to be expected. Anytime that Disney has a celebration, you're gonna have a crowd. You're gonna have a big crowd in the park, and I'm glad that there wasn't any like major damages done to Epcot. That it was possible for them to, have that celebration. And I can remember the first time that I visited Epcot. That was back in like 1989, and it was called Epcot Center at the time. So that means that, let's see, that means that Epcot would have opened in 1982. So that means that I would have visited Epcot like 7 years after it officially opened. And like I said, it was Epcot Center back then. And for people that have been going to Disney parks for a while, you remember it being, Epcot Center. And I was about seven years old. First time I visited the Disney parks, because it was a part of a trip. It was a part of a trip that I was on with a church group, a church kids group. And for many of us, that was our first time even going to Orlando. Like, you would hear about Disney. Of course, Disney has been a big name worldwide for many, many years, from the 50s and 60s when it first opened in California. And then in the 70s when it opened in Florida, it became an even bigger name because Florida was a place that a lot of people traveled to. And so, when Disney decided to get the land there, they knew that it would be something big. And, like I said, for many of us, it was our first time ever going to Orlando, ever going to Disney. You would hear about Disney in commercials and stuff like that. I know that Joe Montana made Disney famous when he did his Super Bowl commercial, going to Disneyland. So, for many of us, we were excited. We were crazy excited to go to Disney because it was such a popular thing. You hear about it all the time, and we don't have any Disney here in the Bahamas. So we were super excited to go to Disney. And Epcot Center is one of the places that we visited. We visited all the parks on that trip. We went to Magic Kingdom. We went to the then MGM Studios and Epcot Center, because there was no Animal Kingdom back then. There was no Animal Kingdom. And so we did all of the parks that existed at the time. And Epcot Center was one of them. I can't remember which order we did it in. I cannot remember where we went first, second, or third, but I know that Epcot Center was a part of the schedule. And for me, it was a new thing. For me, it was something new. It wasn't anything that I was used to, because that whole thing created like a world of things that weren't real, but the way the Imagineers put things together, it felt real. And for me, I remember that most of the dark rides, um, they were scary. They were scary for me, most of the dark rides, and I couldn't handle the kind of effect that they had. So ride vehicles take off into the dark, and for me, most of it was frightening. So even though it was my first trip, I missed a lot of what was happening, because being in the dark, and those some of the loud sounds from the rides really like tripped me out as a kid. So some of the dark rides I was okay with, some I wasn't. I think Journey into Imagination was one of those that I was okay with. I don't think that frightened me as much, but I know that Spaceship Earth. Oh man, I missed that whole ride. I had my eyes closed, my ears plugged, because it was just something about dark and the narration and the loud and some of the sounds that was like crazy for me. So I missed that ride, and there was a few others that I missed too, especially when it came down to some elements that just felt scary as a kid, like the energy ride with the dinosaurs. After a minute of hearing that roaring and seeing those animatronics, I missed that ride too. But it wasn't until I revisited Epcot Center a few years later that, I got over that fear of the dark rides. And so on that second visit, a few years later, I enjoyed everything, all of the rides. Spaceship Earth, I conquered Spaceship Earth. I conquered Spaceship Earth. Um, there was a ride that they had there that talked about, like, I think it was the history of transportation. Like rides like that in Epcot. I remember like seeing for the first time and like just enjoying it. And I was like, hey man, the first time I came here, I was afraid of this. I got over my fear and I was able to enjoy Epcot. And after 40 years, the standard still remains. The standard still remains. So, happy 40th to Epcot. Hats off to the Disney company for being able to keep that standard, over all this time. Even as we see uh Disney celebrating, or Magic Kingdom celebrating, like its 50th anniversary of being in operation there in Florida. Being able to uphold that kind of standard, it can't be easy. It can't be easy because they set a standard that people today are still trying to catch up to. And so upholding that kind of standard cannot be an easy feat. So, hey, salute to the Disney company. Salute to Epcot. Wish I could have been there. I got to watch a few more videos from other vloggers that were able to attend that 40th anniversary day, because I like to see different takes and different aspects from different people, because everybody's going to see one thing differently. One celebration, 50 different outlooks and perspectives. So I got to watch a few more of my fellow vloggers that live there or that travel there to, be able to be a part of those celebrations, because, Disney is a place that has etched itself into that part of me that, just loves theme parks and attractions. And it was because of Disney, because that's the first theme park I've ever visited in my life. As I talked about going there in '89, that was the first. I didn't know anything about the Universal Studios. I don't even think it was around yet. But Disney gave me my love for theme parks and attractions. And that is just the honest truth for me. So, hats off to them and congratulations, and keep bringing the magic. I know in recent times that with all the changes that were going on, that people started feeling the magic fading. And I'm going to have to personally go back and just experience how things are for myself, because there are a lot of things going on in there now that I'm not used to when visiting the Disney parks, like advanced reservations, a lot of the cashless stuff. I know about cashless transactions because we do those here, and where I don't have to spend cash, I won't. I'll just swipe my card. But I think that the cashless transactions there are more so done on an app, the My Disney Experience app. And I don't know if I can access that app from here in the Bahamas, because I've tried before. I've tried to download it on my phone, but unfortunately, when I search the Google Play Store, I have trouble even finding the app. So I don't know if it's because of my geographical location that I can't find the my Disney Experience app to put on my phone. But I guess I'll have to look more deeply into that. I don't know if I have to put a VPN on my phone to get that to work, but I have not been able to get the My Disney Experience app on my phone. And so I'm going to have to try and find a way that I can do that. So yeah, the reservation system and cashless payment for anything you purchase there, like food, drinks, snacks, merchandise. Those are things that I'm not used to when going to the parks. The last time I was at a Disney park was 2015. And back then, we didn't have to get any reservation to go to the park. We were spending cash in the park. And so for me, those kind of things will take some getting used to, especially trying it for the first time. So I'm looking forward to that experience and that adventure. Also, since the last time I've been there, um, things have changed in certain parks, like with the addition of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the addition of the Guardian of the Galaxy ride in Epcot. What's it called again? Cosmic Rewind. There's so much I need to catch up on in the Disney parks because a lot has changed since the last time I've been there, which was about 7, 8 years ago. And so I think it's time to head back and to, relive the magic. Re-experience the magic that is Disney. As I was watching the D23 live feed about 2 weeks ago when they had the D23 conference, convention, whatever they call it, I took note of a few things, mainly one being the development, how they talked about the development they're doing here off of Eleuthera, which will be known as Lighthouse Point. It was something that we personally in the Bahamas have been hearing about for a while because there was some drama surrounding that, believe it or not. People feared that Disney doing a development there would kind of like damage the environment, if I can put it like that. And so there was a big fight going on, surrounding that. But, in the end, Disney was still granted the opportunity to come in and do that development. And so, some of the things that you guys saw during the D23 convention and what Josh D'Amaro was presenting concerning Lighthouse Point, a lot of that we already got a chance to see because one of our government ministers, a few weeks before D23, he went over there to do a tour of the development and, get insight onto how things are going to look and what they're going to be doing. And so we got a advanced look at all of that even before you guys got to see it at the D23 convention. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the end product. There are some other news surrounding what's going to be going on with that development through the development stages and even when it's done. But that's something that's going to be presented in future newscasts, future vlogs, and I'm going to give you guys as much information on that as time goes on and more information comes out and becomes available. So what I can say right now, if you don't know, 2024 is the official completion date that they have for Lighthouse Point. So April 2024, they expect everything to be completed. And in June, which would be about 2 months after that, they're going to be sailing into Lighthouse Point. I'm not too sure which ships they're sending there. I think it may be the Wish. I think the Wish will be going there. I don't know if they're going to be sending another Disney ship there, but I'm thinking it's the Wish. I try to see how far ahead I could get information concerning that on the Disney cruise site, but they're not really showing that far into the future. At least not when I checked. But I'm thinking it's going to be the Wish that's going to Lighthouse Point. But we'll know as time goes on and they release that information. So looking forward to that development becoming a reality and opening. And different from Castaway Key, the Lighthouse Point development is going to give you guys that'll be coming over on the cruises more of a taste of the Bahamian culture. So there's going to be a lot of Bahamian culture intertwined into your experience there on Lighthouse Point. And that right there is a big sell for Lighthouse Point itself. The fact that, you're going to get so much of our culture intertwined into what Lighthouse Point is going to, the experience that Lighthouse Point is going to give you, when you come over on your cruises. So it's going to be way different than Castaway Key. And if you look at the renderings, you can see that aesthetically it's going to, be way different than Castaway Key and the Castaway Key experience. So I think that you're going to get way more of the experience, the Bahamian experience through things like food, culture, music. So Lighthouse Point is definitely going to be a step up from Castaway Key. And so definitely looking forward to that development coming to fruition and becoming a reality. Just got to say what's up to everybody that's just jumping onto the live stream. Welcome. This is my first time doing a Sunday live stream. I don't ever remember going live on a Sunday. So I said, hey, why not today? So you're here live on a Sunday. If you're from Florida, please jump in the chat and let us know how things are with you now that Hurricane Ian has passed. I definitely know that there are people that lost property and had damage to their homes and stuff like that. So if you're from Florida, please jump in the chat and let us know how things are with you now that Hurricane Ian has passed. I was just talking a little bit about Epcot's 40th anniversary, and that caused me to kind of spiral into talking about Disney and the Lighthouse Point experience that's coming to the Bahamas in 2024. So I want to hear from all my Florida people. I got some emails. I had reached out to a few folk that I know live in Florida via email, got some email responses, and all is well and all is good on their side. So if you're just jumping onto the live stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, give the stream a big like, and jump into the chat. And please let us know if you're from Florida, how you fared since the passing of Hurricane Ian and how things are with you now. I hope everybody has power by now. Electricity. That's important. So just hoping that everybody at least has electricity and, running water and stuff like that, because those are some things that, storms can cause you to lose out on, running water, electricity and stuff like that, depending on, how your water system is set up, whether you have a well system or you're getting a water supply from government or whatever, So I'm hoping that everybody that I know personally, and even if I don't know you personally, is faring well after the passage of Hurricane Ian. Because while you guys were going through that on that side, we were getting the backsplash from the outer bands, a lot of thunderstorms. For a few days back to back, we were having thunderstorms and lots of rain. And so the roads here started to flood. And, you know, I was starting to get worried that we would have so much rain that the roads would be undrivable, because that can happen depending on how much it rains. So I'm just praying the best that everybody, all my friends there in Florida, that y'all guys are good. Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, Gainesville, West Palm, Key West, wherever you're from in Florida, man. And hoping the best for you after Hurricane Ian has passed. Also touched earlier on the fact that, we finally here in the Bahamas, the mask mandate has finally been lifted. So we don't have to wear masks everywhere anymore, just in healthcare facilities. I think in institutions where, like the elderly homes, and our kids still have to wear masks when they go to school. So it isn't 100% lifted, but it's lifted enough because we can now go to the food stores, the shopping malls, everywhere else without having to put on a mask in this heat. So I'll take that for now, and I won't complain about it, because that's a good thing, because those masks were a nuisance. I'm hoping everybody's having a good Sunday. I know here in Nassau, the sun is out. Looking out the window right now, the sun is out. I can see the blue skies, a few clouds, and it's hot, as it usually is. So here in the Bahamas, it's a good Sunday. Feels like a beach day. So I'm hoping that wherever you are, that you're having a good Sunday, that the weather is good. It's October now. Welcome to October. And I know that the weather's going to start changing in many places in the United States, many places around the world. That cold weather is going to be creeping in this month. And actually next week, I think next week, Tuesday, here in the Bahamas, we're going to have a touch of that cool weather. There's some kind of a front that's going to be pushing this way. And so we're going to be experiencing some of that chilly weather here next week, Tuesday. I don't know if it's going to spill over into Wednesday, but next week, Tuesday, for sure, they say that we're going to be experiencing a little bit of that cooler weather. It's not going to be cold, but it's going to cool down some. So that's going to be a relief from what we've been going through with the blistering heat during the summer. So I'm looking forward to that. I actually like the winter months when it's cooler. Well, we don't have winter here like that, but those months where it's cooler here on the islands, those months where we go into the 60s and the 50s and stuff like that. Like, I enjoy that. I like that kind of weather. I rather that than blistering heat and sweating all the time. So I like that cooler weather. And then this is the month that Halloween is going to be coming up. I like Halloween. Halloween and Christmas are 2 times of the year that I enjoy. And so I'm glad it's October now, because we're going to be getting into that Halloween season. And then once Halloween season has passed, then, you get into that Thanksgiving season, and we're going to be getting into that Christmas season. So this is the time of the year that I really enjoy. I love the fall weather. I love the fall seasons. Really enjoy those times of the year. So looking forward to the weather cooling down some, and looking into getting into some Halloween celebrations and then later on Christmas celebrations, because those are the two times of the year that I really enjoy. So it was a good summer. It was a good summer. 2022 was a good summer. I enjoyed it. But now it's time to get into that time of the year that I really, really love. So looking forward to it. Welcome to October. It's October. It's time to get excited. So looking forward to this. There's something else I was supposed to mention on this live stream today. It kind of slipped my mind. But if I remember before I log off, I definitely am going to bring that up. And also, with it being October too, this is going to be the winding down of festival season here in the Bahamas. We have another holiday that's coming up next week, and we have the Bryland Harbor Island Regatta that's coming up in just a few short days. And then there's a festival in Grand Bahama called the Conch Cracking Festival. That's going to be coming up soon also. And then with that, that's going to kind of bring an end to the festival season here in the Bahamas. And then after that, there's really nothing else until Christmas time in December, with the return of our Boxing Day John Canoe Parade. And that's big news here in the Bahamas too. The John Canoe Parades are going to be returning starting in December on the 26th for Boxing Day. We have the John Canoe Parades coming back. And so that's something that a lot of people here in the Bahamas are looking forward to, that a lot of the visitors are looking forward to, because we have a lot of people that visit the islands just to see John Canoe during the Christmas time. So definitely looking forward to that. Definitely some big news and some good news for the Bahamas, that John Canoe Parades are going to be coming back in December. So definitely looking forward to that. And if you go down into my videos, you're going to see a series that I started called Return to Bay, where I'm going to be covering the practices of the John Canoe groups here, as we prepare to get the John Canoe Parades back on Bay Street. And I started out with the Roots John Canoe group, and over a series of time leading up to the parades, you're going to see these John Canoe practice videos dropping in from time to time. So look forward to that. Look out for that. And I look forward to bringing you guys more of the John Canoe practice videos, because I'm doing it in an effort to show the vibe and the energy that these groups are going to be bringing, as they return to Bay Street for the parades that have made the Bahamas so popular during the Christmas. And the groups are excited. The people are excited. In 2020, we couldn't do it. In 2021, they had a small virtual parade, but it wasn't the same as, the big pomp and pageantry that we're used to for John Canoe parades. So the John Canoe groups are very excited to be returning to Bay Street, and the John Canoe fans are excited to get John Canoe back on Bay Street. And so definitely looking forward to these parades returning. So, I'm gonna be giving you, a look into the vibe and the energy of Roots and Saxons and One Family, Genesis, and the Valley Boys as they prepare to return back to Bay Street and compete for that crown. Who's the best? Who's the best? And so, we're looking forward to that. And I'm hoping that a lot of you guys have made your preparations to travel here to Nassau to witness the parades this year, because it's going to be exciting. With everybody being excited, they're going to bring that excitement to the parade. So it's going to be an exciting time. And now we don't have to be outside at the parades. We don't have to wear masks. So that's a good thing, knowing that you won't be outside, with masks on. Some people have breathing issues. It's very uncomfortable, actually, especially when you in that kind of environment where jungle happens. It's going to be very uncomfortable, having to wear a mask for that long. And Junkanoo goes from 1 a.m. straight up until sun is up, 8, 9 a.m. in the morning. So having to wear a mask that long, it's going to be very uncomfortable. So, we're happy that the mask mandate has been lifted here in the Bahamas, and we can now enjoy our festivals and our parades and, just enjoy being out in the fresh air without having to wear masks anymore. So looking forward to an exciting and enjoyable Junkanoo parade coming up December 26th, which is going to be the first one, Boxing Day. So definitely looking forward to that. So for those of you that are going to be visiting the Bahamas during the Christmas time, you are in for an exciting treat. So definitely looking forward to that. And, the excitement is going to bring back to our Christmas celebrations and New Year celebrations. So it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time. As someone mentioned earlier, the Canadian border restrictions have been lifted. So I don't think that that mandate for vaccination to enter the Canadian border, I don't think that's up anymore. And so that's a good sign. I don't know when the United States is going to do it. I don't know if any of you guys have an insight into when the United States is going to drop the mandate to be fully vaccinated to enter the United States. If any of you have any insight on that, make sure you drop it in the chat or the comment section. That'll just be some good information to have. But it's good now that things are progressing the way they are progressing, and that there isn't so much restrictions when it comes to traveling and wearing these masks and stuff like that. It's good to see that things are progressing forward, since the pandemic has been a thing, so, looking forward to, a more freer environment, not having to feel so restricted, so looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm going to try and get a video out for you guys. Wasn't able to do a video this weekend. I wanted to, I was unable to, but I'm going to try and get a video out for you guys sometime in the upcoming week. I can't say exactly when. And once I get that video out, then, the train's going to start rolling again. Due to some personal reasons and some things that, I had to get sorted out, I was unable to do any videos in the past couple of days. So once you see I start putting those videos out again, then that train is going to start rolling. So I apologize for that break in me releasing videos for you guys, because I know a lot of you look forward to it. So I apologize for that, and I'm definitely going to be bringing you guys some more videos coming up. There may be a travel video in the near future. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. But there's some things I want to show you guys. Leading into now that it's the fall, and we're getting into that time of the year. So there's some things I want to show you guys. There's some video ideas that I have had that I want to present to you guys and give to you guys, to show you guys more of what we've got going on here in the Bahamas. So look out for that. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys more content. Excited for that. And I just appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for always watching the videos. Thank you for all the great comments that you leave. Thank you for those that are channel contributors that contribute to the channel via PayPal. I'm very close to qualifying for my channel to become monetized. So soon we'll be able to do the super chats and stuff like that when I go live. And so for those that have been contributing via PayPal, I say thank you. I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to touch more on that in a future video because I want to start gifting my channel contributors. So for those that have contributed to the channel through PayPal, I really want to gift you guys to say thank you, because you don't have to do it, but you do it. And it really helps. It really helps the channel, and it really helps to push things forward. So, in a future video, I don't know, maybe I'll wait until Christmas when it's really gifting season, or I may do it before. I'm not sure yet, but definitely want to gift you guys just to say thank you. So you can look out for that in the near future. But like I said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for always supporting, for all your kind and wonderful comments that you guys leave for me. I really appreciate you guys. And there are some questions that people send me via email and sometimes in the comment section. So there's some videos I got to make to really answer those questions for you guys, to, kind of help you guys out with your questions about, visiting the Bahamas. And any question you may have, especially if it's a question about anything here in Nassau, feel free to drop it in the comment section of any of my videos, or, send me an email. My email address is in the description section. So if you have any questions about anything that you may want to do on a vacation or something here, especially if it's in Nassau, just drop it in the comment section. I'll try my best to get the information to you via a video. So, and any questions in general or any comments you have, feel free to hit the comment section. I also have all of my social media, the links to my social media pages out there in the comment section also. So my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you guys can find that information in the description section also. And I also have the link to my PayPal. If you want to support the channel monetarily, you can do it via that PayPal link that I have in the description section. Looking forward to bringing you guys more great content from here in the Bahamas in this week coming up. Looking forward to that. And thank you guys for being here. Looking forward to meeting more of you guys, whether you're coming here on vacation or, even if you just drop me a line via email. Looking forward to meeting more of my subscribers and viewers that have always been supporting me from day one. And I really appreciate you guys. So, time's winding up now, about to jump off of this live, which, just wanted to jump in and talk to you guys for a bit regarding what's been going on. And I really wanted to check in with my people in Florida. I know, during storms, you lose power, you lose the ability to communicate because sometimes the phone systems go down, or you may lose some internet or whatever like that. So really wanted to check in with my people from Florida. If you are unable to talk to me here on the live, you can always, drop me a line in the comment section, when you watch the replay of this live video, and I will definitely get back to you as quick as I can. So, I appreciate you guys being here on this live. For those of you that watched, I see some people they hit that thumbs up button, they hit the like button. So for those of you that were able to watch, thank you so much. Thank you to Butch for the comment in the comment section. Um, my first time going live on a Sunday. I'm still trying to get used to doing these live videos, but in the future, I want to actually do some live videos out on location, other than doing the live videos from home or in the studio that I usually do them in. And I want to kind of mix up how I do it, like the days, like do some on weekends, some on weekdays, and like mix the times that I do them also, so that, I'm able to connect with everybody, because most people won't be able to connect with me if I go live early. And you have some people that won't be able to connect with me if I go live late. But there are people that connect with me when I go live early. Then there are people that connect with me when I go live late. And so, I'm still trying to get used to it and still trying to find a good time to do it. So please bear with me. I'm more of a post-production guy that makes videos for you guys and then post them up for you to see at your leisure. And you don't have to worry about me being live or missing a live. That's more of me. But I like to go live because I like to interact with you guys personally in that chat. And so, just letting you guys see what I'm doing on any given day. And so that's one reason why I decided that I would do live videos, even if no one comes on, I'm still going to do it because, it's still a way to, get the ball rolling with being live. And eventually I'll have more people come onto my live streams as time goes on. But I really want to do a live stream on the go, on location for you guys. So, once I decide when and how I'm going to do that, I'm definitely going to get on that. And so, you guys can look forward to me being live on location at a resort or at an event that's happening. One of these days I'm going to try it. I'm going to try that out because I haven't attempted it as yet. I just use the live streams to, connect with you guys and, chat with you one-on-one, instead of talking to you guys in a post-produced video where we can't have a real conversation, so one of these days I definitely am going to do a live video where I'm on location, and show you guys something nice. So one of these days I'm going to get into that. But thank you to everybody that has been on this live stream today. I'm going to log off now and hope you guys have a good Sunday. Hope you guys have a good week. And I'll be seeing you guys in my next video that I'm going to be releasing sometime this week. So you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have an awesome week. And I'll see you guys in the next video.